This video is sponsored by Value Testers, best tool company on the web specializing in high-end HVAC, heating, electrical testing equipment. They have whatever you might need. Sign up for special discounts and pricing. Link in description below.
Guys, I got the trackless all done. I've been spending a lot of time working on it. This is going to be the final on a blower, and I'll go over everything I've done on the unit itself. It's been a long, drawn-out process. I've been working on this thing day and night. Alright, so on the blower, I got the augers back in there. I got a brand new cutting edge, new chain. I did replace this piece of metal up top here because not only was it whacked, but it was rotted on the bottom here, so we cut it right out and we put a new piece in there. This was whacked right here. They must have hit a fire hydrant, and you can see where I had to bend it all back and weld it, but it was a process with bars and everything. This bottom auger had got hit and knocked right off. Originally when I got the blower, that center secondary wouldn't spin because there was all dirt in there, but I put a brand new sleeve on the bottom there from here all the way over. It's all painted. Everything's all greased. Got it all back together here. This is a safety panel here, and there is a breakable link right here. You can see it right there. So that's just a cheap bolt. I might put an aluminum bolt in there, so if the augers hit anything, that bolt will snap and these augers will stop. The secondary, there's some more shear pins in here, and there's another shear pin up top there. I repainted the frame. I gotta make another frame for my other blower. I got that frame come off that other blower. Put new pistons in the front here. These are 2.5 inch, not 2 inch pistons, two brand new ones. New hoses, new connectors, male and female connectors, and brand new hoses going up to the chute. I repainted everything. I put these sleeves on here to protect the hoses. I got this little thing just to keep it from, so it can spin. It spins both ways. I painted the turnbuckle. What else did I do on this thing? Yeah, I repainted everything, put all new bolts on the skids. Grade 8 bolts. This thing goes all apart and painted everything. I even took this apart and painted on the inside and cleaned everything out good. These pins, this thing here is on pins that I could take out, because if it gets blocked with snow you gotta clean it. So I could pop them out, and then this thing would drop right down. Before there was screws in there. It's kind of hard to take the screws out when it's snowing out, but this will come right out. I got these pins here. New hoses on this side. New 90s and hoses and connectors on this side. The brand new hoses. Everything's been painted. We'll go over what I did on the trackless, and then we'll start this thing up. On the trackless, what I did was I degreased the whole bottom of it with degreaser like 4 times. Hit it good with degreaser. Got under there with a spray hose and sprayed everything down. Got all the grease off it. Then I went and I painted the whole bottom of this thing. Anything that was any kind of rusty stuff, I scraped it down and I sealed it with that sealant stuff. It's like a white paste on there, and then I hit it with Rust-Oleum. New connectors here. I had both axles off because it's got a 1-inch lift in it. Brand new brake lines all the way around. That was really hard to do, the brake lines. Brand new brake lines, so all the brakes work. 2 new cables here for the deproduction and the shift, and this is also the the cable that goes back to the pump, hydrostatic pump in the back. That's new. This here I had to put new bearings and inner seal, because this and the nuts, when they put these nuts on, they never lock them in place, so this whole tire was floating. Got a brand new cable for the emergency brake. That works. The brakes work good. Emergency brakes work. I did so much to this thing, it's ridiculous. Put a brand new windshield in it. Fixed the door too, because a lot of times these doors aren't tight up top. This one, my buddy helped me fix this, so the door's nice and tight on this. I put fixed the AC. I put a new AC compressor in it. Let me show you that. And I had all these sides off and the hood off. Degreased them all and repainted the inside and out on everything. Same thing with the hood, inside and out on the hood. Fenders, same thing. Painted inside and out, black on the bottom, yellow on the top. Everything's been redone. Now, when I first got it, it got hit right here, and it was split right here, right where it's welded the chassis. It was split, and none of the drive shafts lined up. So I got brand new front drive shaft, brand new rear drive shaft, because the whole rear end was kicked. That's why they got rid of it. So that was the first thing I did, was I pulled that back, I re-welded all that, took all these panels off, and repainted them all. Hope I'm not going too fast here for you. But anyway, so I painted everything. Took everything down, scraped everything down, painted everything. Got a new compressor bracket, new AC compressor. I had to put these hoses on here for the AC. AC works good. On the muffler, this clamp here was an issue, was broken. So this thing was leaning. This thing was leaning way back. These are all worn out from vibration, so I took them all out and I re-welded them. You can see all the weld I put on there. And I did replace this flange right here, because this old flange was all worn out. It's a brand new piece that goes up inside to this muffler. The muffler was still good. I cut this here and I wedged it and I straightened this out. So this is coming up nice and straight now. This right here was hit on the accident. I had to re-weld that back in place, which I did. I refastened. This thing was floating. They really took a big hit right here. You can see where the AC hoses are all crushed, but they're fine. I'm going to leave them. That's what it should look like, but you can see where it got hit. I straightened out this as much as I could. I mean, it was all dented. A lot of these screws here were ripped right out, so I put ones in there. I put new latches, new back doors. There was one back door, I was missing one door, the new hinges. New mirrors. I put backup cameras, one up top there and one over here so I could see the back. I put a backup light. This light here comes on all the time, so light up the back here because they're kind of dark in the back. So that's going to lighten up this whole area, that light there. Plus I got a light up top. The only problem I'm having, this rear windshield wiper doesn't work. The motor's burnt out. So for me to fix that, I got to pull the seat out. But I don't really need that right now. New battery tie downs. Alright, put this back on there. I had to get a cap for the top. It didn't have that. Got that. I gotta put a little bit more oil in this thing, hydraulic oil. I took all the tires off, rims and painted both sides of the rims really good. The brakes are all good inside there. Hardly ever use the brakes on these things. Brand new windshield. The only spot that I really got to address is right here on the bottom is a little bit of rot. What I'm going to do is the next spring I'm going to cut this section right out and put a brand new piece of metal in here, but I'm not going to worry about it now. Just put some tape on it for now. New front lights. I went with the high output lights, and I put new side markers on there. Everything works. These work on the blinkers. Straightened out the top, because this thing, they hit all kinds of trees. These are sidewalk machines. They hit all kinds of trees with it. There's a cage that goes on the top. I'm going to leave it off for now, but you can see the cage, how it's all whacked from being hit. They hit trees and branches and whatnot. I could straighten it out, but all this mesh has got to come off. I really don't need it on there for my yard, so I'm going to leave it off. Let's take a look on the inside. So I got new mirrors, both sides. The AC works. The only problem with the AC was it kept blowing the 30 amp breaker. The fan on the top was bound up, so I just took some Creole oil, sprayed it, freed up the fan, and the fan works fine now. It's not blowing the fuse. Oh yeah, also on these here, I had to put a piece of aluminum here. You can see this aluminum. Because what they did was they go down the sidewalk and they rip this aluminum piece right off, both sides. So I had a piece, you really can't tell. They wanted $1,500 a side for these windows. I mean, I put a piece of aluminum in here, painted it. It's good enough. Same thing on this side here. That side was ripped off there. I put a piece of aluminum on the inside. Let me show you. This one here was ripped from here to here, ripped right off. So I put that new piece of aluminum on there, and the windows don't leak and everything, so I'm fine. So that rear windshield motor I gotta change, but that's no big deal. Let me show you what's going on the inside. I redid, straightened all these out, painted inside and out. The whole underneath of this thing's been painted, everything. Everything's been painted. Anything that needs addressed, and I addressed it. I put a little fan here, 2-speed fan. I put some new sticky grit on a pedal. Put the backup camera here, the AC. No switches here. No switch here. Put new switches here. I'm gonna put a switch here. A little plug. No switches for the AC. So basically it pulls in here and blows out here. Backup camera. Obviously I got the hood open. Obviously I got the hood open in the back, so got a radio, 2-speed fan. That's low. That's high. Wipers. Tilt wheel. Tilt wheel goes way up. One works. This lifts up the whole thing. I'm down about an inch and a half. I'm about an inch and a half off the ground where I set it. here. Turbo. Alright, you can see I can see the backup camera up high behind me, and if I switch it, that's the back right there. It goes out, see, I can see where the barrel is, so that goes out pretty far. Turn on the lights. Flasher, got a light there. I got a light there. License plate light. I want to put a license plate on it. The side markers. Front lights. These are the hazards. If I turn the hazards on, these will come on. These will blink, the hazards. It's actually for a spot for a front license plate here, but I don't really need it. So I'm gonna get this in the garage. Spent a lot of time on this thing, a lot of time and money. For the snow though. One of the back tires I replaced it was a little worn. Now this has got the lugs for the double tires. I got the heat blower for the heat. And I got the backup camera stays on all the time, so. Things in good shape. Oh, it's got deep reduction too. See this lever right here? You put it in deep reduction, it will just crawl. And you could rev it right way up. It's what they call deep reduction. It was for a leaf blower chute. That was the option it came with, $3,500 option. And it came with the bigger pistons, the 2.5-inch pistons, instead of the 2-inch pistons for the leaf blower. But yeah, I did so much work that I straightened all this out. The roof was all bent, twisted, and smashed. And you can see that barrel there. That's how far back the backup camera. That's a good 6-7 feet back, the backup camera. That little one will go back, so 7 feet, that's good. And plus I got the backup camera up top there, the double one, to see the distance. Got low hours on it, 1,800 hours for a Cummins diesel. $1,780 on the hours. I mean, that's low hours. Get my thumbnail. It's the other windshield that came out of it. I hit a tree with it. Like I said, they're sidewalk machines. And I got a plow for it over there, 4-way plow that I fabbed up. But I'm gonna get old Krusty going with this blower. This blower is gonna go in old Krusty. I'll probably end up selling it, and just keep this one. This one's in better shape. The floors are all solid on it. The only spot that's really rotted is right under this window a little bit, and we'll fix that come next spring. I mean, it's just a small little piece, but I'll have to cut it right out, cut the metal right out, and weld all new metal in there. It's like I did on this. This has been all re-welded, this from here down on this side. And on this side, I did videos on this blower, what I did to it. You can see that other piece that I cut out. But this blower was in relatively good shape. You can see it's all been repainted. I mean, spent a lot of time on this thing, man. A lot of time. But it's been a fun project. So you guys have been wanting to know what I've been doing. I've been doing this on my spare time. Come home 1 o'clock in the afternoon and spend 2-3 hours working on this thing every day. You know, the door's got to be, you know, all sanded down, and don't forget they go down the sidewalks and they hit trees with these things. They're basically for like cities have them. Cities and towns have them for sidewalk plows and sidewalk blowers. So that's, I think it come out pretty good. I gotta get it in my garage. I got a spot for it in the garage. It's gonna sit in the garage. When I want it, I'll bring it out. Alright, so MT5T means turbo and D means deproduction. MT5T turbo, D deproduction. One of these levers here is for the deproduction. Here it is right here. This is the deproduction pin right here. That's a $3,500 option when they at the this is another option, the rear windshield wiper, which I have to get another motor for it. You can see the deproduction pump right here. I might not ever use that, but that's good if you got like a leaf blower and you got to go real slow and rev up the motor. That's what that deproduction is for. But like I said, this door is going to have to be, you know, some body filler on it. But I just painted it. I just painted it yellow for now. Any spots that were rough, I painted yellow, just so I don't want it rusting.